Today we got a fire sneaker haul, but it ain't for me. It's for the homeless and the less fortunate on the street. And I think I got around $500 worth. I got a couple of sneaks, you know what I'm saying? I got some Drakes, some Noctas, some Jordans. This is fire stuff. And if you haven't tapped in to my channel, my content, make sure to check all the other videos because we've been doing this. I've been giving them fresh Jordans, fresh Dunks, fresh everything, even my clothing brand, which you see on my body right now, fresh out the package, bro. So my ultimate goal with this is to be able to give them the latest releases every week, for me to go into Foot Locker, Champs, etc., and cash them out and have a whole their collection gonna start looking like mine. That's my whole goal. So I'm gonna use these sneaker hauls. So every time I cash out for some new sneakers, it's basically gonna be used as a video update of basically what I've been learning and everything that's been going on behind the scenes in my thought process with these videos. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So like I said, we do got some Noctas. I will say though that all of these shoes right here, they are a 8 or an 8.5, and that was one of the major things when it came to getting rid of the shoes that I had, because I started with the shoes that I was selling. I had a misfortunate situation. I had my storage unit and it flooded, and so either like some of the boxes were damaged or some of them like had to clean them off. And I just like to sell like brand new products. So if it ain't fully new, if it ain't, type of conditions, I don't like selling it. So I decided to give it away, and actually did a lot off camera, but I was like, oh, let's just turn this into a consistent thing, bro, and share it. So now this is basically, I bashed out my mom. Actually, not really, because I bought her majority of these shoes. And one thing about my mom, bro, she says a shoe like this is not good condition. What do you mean? Now, the only flaw with this one right here, Nike swoosh right here on the top, it's not a full swoosh because it came off during the flood. But other than that, look at the sole, bro. These are basically VNDS outside of that one major flaw. So it's going to be a lot of shoes like this, and I cleaned up majority of them. Some of them, I'll say right now, all of them don't have any like major wear. If anything, it's just cosmetic issues. So these retail for $180. So that's fire, and men and women can rock this too, because I wouldn't mind having this colorway too. I actually have the all white and the all black pair, and this beats both of them in my personal opinion, and I gave both of them away. The Noctas, for me personally, they're on too small for me, so I needed a 14 and he just wasn't selling on it. So that's the first shoe. We got retail for $180, 8.5. Next up, we got the Bel Air 5s, bro. Again, she just thinks that these Jordans she doesn't like them anymore, and she was just like, here, you want them? And again, I bought majority of these, so like I said, cash out, because I'm like, man, hey, ma, I ain't finna keep on dropping bags on some shoes. I be trying to her the good stuff, bro, because she got, hey, look, bro, between me and you, she got a pair of Off-Whites in her collection, bro. She been trying to throw them away, talking about they're dirty. All right, yeah, we got Skechers. But yeah, we got the Bel 5s. And I like this shoe a lot too, because it could go for men's and women's. And so luckily my mom's 8.5, so that's like with a lot of people on the street, what I've noticed, everybody like literally is like 9, 10. So just adding this extra size range in the collection of what I'm able to give away is very. There's a lot of times where I kind of have to people, because I've been so long, I can just eyeball somebody's foot and see what they are. And so right now I literally only have like grade school and sizes and 13s and 14s. So, and obviously it's the one person who was actually, he was a 13.5, so that was actually good. But other than that, bro, these kids in women's size actually are really hard to get off, and I haven't been able to find that many women on the street. But yeah, Bel Air 5s, these are pretty dope. I was fiending for these at not fiending, but back in the day when like every shoe had hype, there was so much hype around this, and I was selling so many pairs, and I decided to keep one, but somebody gave me that money, so I ended up selling it. So these retail for about, I think at the time, $190. I think this was before retail went up on everything. Next up, we got some Puma Clydes. I've actually never been a fan of this style, but it's very casual. Probably somebody who's in a fortunate situation. And the thing I like about certain shoes like this, or just giving them shoes in general. Because again, you don't really know anybody's situation, bro. So it might be somebody that you work with, that you talk to on a daily basis, and they might be homeless or just struggling with something. And you know, them busting out a fresh pair of kicks for like a job interview, or trying to make connections, can go a super long way. So if you to like bust out something like calm and sleek, I feel like this is a good pop out with. And I think they retail for about $80 and $90. And again, like very clean shoes. All of these could be basically VNDS or DS. Next up, I ain't gonna lie, these right here and the other one is multicolored too. This used to be my favorite shoe to sell back in the day, bro. There was a point in time where Jordan 1 lows were going crazy, bro. Cause like everybody, like highs, everybody wanted highs. So it was like good high would be $400. But then it's like, we have some fire colorways in the low tops that we're not ever gonna get in the high tops. And so these were one of them. These came around Easter, I think. These were like Easter themed. Retail about $120. So the only thing about these was that it was hard to clean because the purple on the swoosh and even on the pink right here, the type of material when I was cleaning it, it was kind of like eating through with everything. But again, these are basically brand new. And again, very little wear on any of these, bro. If anything, majority of these just have liner. I'm really, honestly, I'm looking at it as a seller standpoint. You feel what I'm saying? Seller/consumer standpoint, not giving it away. If anybody gave me any of these shoes were my size with this condition, bro, I'm taking it, bro. I take shoes like this in my condition all the time because I get a steal on them. Cause people be weird, bro. They be like, oh, you got one little mark on it, I gotta cut it down by 100. Go ahead and run that. So, but for someone who is in a less fortunate situation and to the point where their soul is cracking or falling apart, or them just not having shoes in general, or just having one pair of shoes to the point where you can basically feel your feet on the concrete, any pair will suffice, bro. And these are all fire. Like I said, you don't know anybody's situation, so them busting out a fresh pair of sneaks for a special occasion that could potentially get them a job or just better their situation, that's always good, bro. You always gotta be presenting yourself in the best way possible. And sometimes it's really not able, or it's really hard to do that when you're on the streets. So these retail about 110, 120. Next we got these. These were also a little bit, all the Converse that I had, my mom is a big fan of Converse. I bought her these. These were for the 80th year anniversary for Bugs Bunny. So these are pretty decent. I think Converse though is a very durable shoe regardless. So I think everybody would just be appreciative of a Bugs Bunny or a Converse. But then having Bugs Bunny on it, that could feel a lot of people's inner childhood. I know I did a video where I gave back to the homeless and I gave away Happy Meals because they were doing like Yu-Gi-Oh! / Hello Kitty collection, and I like Yu-Gi-Oh! So I wanted the toys. But on some of their faces, bro, their face just lit up just having a Happy Meal. Like, you really gotta think about it, bro. Depending on, regardless of their situation, them just being out on the street just takes away so much from their life, and they don't get to experience certain things. Just think about yourself, bro. Even if you're not that down bad, just being in certain hardships, for example, you being broke in your 20s, you don't get to party or go to the club like other 21-year-olds. And so it's like, when 30 comes around and you get your bread up, now you get to go to the club, but it's like, it's not the same, bro, because you're not really supposed to do that when you're 30. You're supposed to do that when you're in your early 20s, so it just don't hit the same. But being able to relive that, bro, from something as simple as Bugs Bunny, hey, that's fire. I think these retail for about $80, maybe $100 on exact, just because, bro, she wears a men's size, so it sucks. Next, we got these. These are some, another high top, all neon Converse. I'm not a big fan of this. Now for this one, I don't know how much they will, depending on who it is in their situation, I don't know how much they'll specifically like this one, because what some of them have told me is that certain stuff or certain shoes or anything like that that draws a lot of attention, especially with them sleeping on the street, it does cause a lot of attention to potentially get stuff stolen. So this one specifically, I will understand if someone may or may not want it. You dig what I'm saying? But regardless, it's a Converse. It's still fire. There's a lot of people who just like bright shoes regardless. And there's always going to be somebody that's grateful for it. So These retail for about 100 as well. And then lastly, we just got a regular pair of Converse. Now these did have the bags attached to them. Now I'll bring it because you can see the little buckles for these to attach to. Now I'll have them in my trunk when I go to make more videos and give away them. But I'm not going to have it on automatically, just in case a guy wants it, just to try and make it fair. But this could come in handy. You might just give this to them individually, because a lot of them, another thing that I've learned, a lot of them be wanting extra bags or like extra things to carry stuff around, because they do say, obviously, you know, outside looking in, you might just think obviously like, there's going to be a lot of like crime between everybody on the streets, but it's like you really don't take that into consideration when you're not living that lifestyle. But they do say that there is a lot of crime and theft amongst themselves, just because no one really has anything, and it's a street battle every day, bro. You got it's fight or flight every single day. So I'm glad that I was able to get a lot of Converse from her. So that'll be pretty dope. But I think this one will be really interesting if I do give it to a female, because mind you, these have all been 8.5s. Now Converse, they do. Oh no, this is a 7.5. Okay. Well, so this is a 7.5. But also another thing, obviously, with them not having too much, they can have some wiggle room with their shoe size. So if it's a little too big, they don't really care. But I have met a lot of the men wear, at least from the ones that I've talked to on the street, they're on the size of the shoe. So they're in that 8 to 10 range. I guess that's average size. But just, you know, again, I take myself out of that seller mindset. I'm used to selling to like NBA players, college players, etc. So I'm really with 11 and above. Like anything 10 and below, I don't get unless it's grade school or women, because I do have women and they'll buy kids as well. But you know, obviously we're not seeing kids out on the street. Actually, bro, I don't know why, but I've been struggling to find, you know, but you know, I have women, but I just haven't been finding too many women that are on the street. And honestly, the few that I have, bro, they were just like so strung out to the point where it's like I can't help them. Like I helped one lady, and she was like, unless it's a cigarette or a joint, I don't want it. And I'm like, I can't provide either one. I'm sorry. That's not what I do. And if I give you that, you gonna hungry. Like it ain't no point. Like, yeah, I get a little high on that's gonna relieve the pain for what, an hour, 2 hours maybe. You hungry. You overly, that's gonna hurt even more, bro. And it's gonna be a super cycle, bro. So that's not my job, and that's one of the main reasons why I stick to certain things. So like if you watch any of my videos, I try to not give them at any point. Now I did do it recently because she seemed very genuine, and it was only $1. She said she needed it for the bus fare, but there are a lot of people in less fortunate situations where they'll beg for the cash, and I'm like, nah, bro, because if you buying for alcohol, cigarettes, any type of drugs, bro, like I'm putting you in a worse situation, bro, and I can't do that. I'm trying to help you as much as possible. So I tell them, like, whatever you need, go into the store together, just pick whatever you want, and I'll meet you at the register, bro. Simple as that. That's why I give them shoes, because that's just my passion, and you know, everyone needs some shoes. And then same thing with my clothing brand. You know, brand speaks messages to them. So not only are they clothed, but you know, hopefully my man with them. So this is it for the sneaker haul, man. Like I said, let me know what y'all think, how much all this adds up to. And again, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, man. We trying to get monetized so I can get all the profits that I'm getting from the channel, be able to pour it back into the channel and be able to cop the newest releases for them, and be able to do like unboxings with them. I think that'd be a pretty dope idea. And just funding all of the food, the clothes, the shoes that I give them, because again, it's coming all out of pocket. And I'm not no Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, my bank account. So help your boy out. Help them out. You're helping everybody out just by helping me out. And it don't cost to show no love. Just like, comment, subscribe. So with that being said, see y'all next video. And also check the link in the description for if you want to tap in with any of the clothes. I'll have it linked to my website. So peace.